Hey everyone, Noble Comics here, talking about news you may have heard. Nickelodeon Studios creates an Avatar Studios, so an Avatar imprint basically, to create new Last Airbender, Legend of Korra content. Now, when I saw this, my first thought was like, okay, well what's the plan? Because what do you mean content? I know they said shows and movies, but I guess it depends on what they mean. Are they going to move forward with the story? Are they planning on sort of coming back to the original gang? Anything like that? And it says here, the first project is going to be an animated theatrical title, so an animated movie. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it, though my stance has always been, and I'm pretty sure this is what everybody's stance is, well, not everybody, most people, is that what we really want to see is just the original group, the original Avatar group, but all grown up, and like all their mysteries, just a direct sequel to The Last Airbender. All the gang, all grown up. And Korra sort of has some flashbacks to it, and we'll touch on it, and we'll see some of the characters. We don't really see any of Sokka throughout that whole thing, but, we see Katara some, we see Toph some, Aang some, we see Zuko quite a bit, we see Iroh briefly. And it's kind of cool throwback to these characters, but every time that would happen, I would just think, man, I'd really rather watch a show about these guys. Love Korra or hate it, I think it's not great, but it's okay. That's what people wanted to see. People didn't say, oh man, I want to see a new Avatar where instead of the gang that we've been following this whole time, let's switch it up to a female Avatar who's a lesbian and yada yada yada. I don't think that's what people are asking for. We want to see a continuation of the characters we already know and love. And I think that would be the smartest idea. Now, they said they're doing a movie first. I don't know what that would be. I don't know if they're going to move on and if they're going to explore the past, like, Avatar lives, like, starting from the beginning, all the past Avatars that we've seen in, like, The Last Airbender, who are pretty cool, or if we're just going to continue with the main thing. Like I'm saying, I think if you went with the adult crew, then easily your moneymaker, easily the best decision you would make. And another thing here, other than movies and shows, which they'll probably get ready for, I'd say, a Disney buying Star Wars-esque kind of removal. Because people who are super into Avatar, that the comic books, there's quite a few. I got here a whole list of them, of all the comic books for Avatar, and I'm pretty sure they're all canon. And, it goes through different stuff like searching for Zuko's mother. I know that was sort of the beginning of his story at the end of the show. Where's mom and all that. And it goes in, different stuff here and there. But seems to be canon for the Avatar world, so I wonder if the creators are going to take that all into account, or if they're just going to scrap it and make new stories, and in the meantime not paying attention to the rest of it, because most people who watch the show don't read the comics. I mean, if they were going to do a show, I think most people would want to see, take adult Zuko trying to find his mother. I think that would be an important story that people who watch the show would like, but it's already been done in the comics, so I bet they just scrap it and keep going. But it's something to keep an eye on, what they're going to do with this new studio. And, my fear is that I don't want it to be too Korra-focused. I don't want it to be too unfocused on just, the Avatar world as a whole. Let's do one story about the Kyoshi Warriors, and let's do one story about this one obscure Avatar who we just made up but was this, that, and this back in the day. It's like, I get it, it's a very broad world with a lot of history, which can be explored, but I think focusing on that main crew, that everybody knows and loves is going to be best. Because even in the regular show, we went back and we saw some past Avatar lives. There was quite a bit of Avatar Roku and Sozin. They're back and forth throughout the show, and that worked fine. But it's centered around our main gang, and so I'd like to see that. I'm not sure how they could do that well, because I mean, like, how do you have a villain that could face the Avatar gang now? You got, Aang at his full power, you got Zuko at his full power. I mean, I'm not sure how you could take these guys on, but, that's why they're the writers and not me. They can think of something. But that's what my thoughts on this. I think it's not a bad idea. I think it could be really cool. I'm excited to see what they put out, but it's got to be worth it, in my opinion. And I'm just not sure if it's going to be hopeful. We'll see what their first project's like. I'll probably do a review of it when it happens. So let me know what you guys think.